Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the Armory. So, one thing that I had forgotten about my Ready Rig series, one important thing that I had left out was the fact that I had already set off to the side the fact that, okay, if I needed to get out of Dodge, I already know what vehicle I'm going to pick, and it's going to be my pickup right here. And inside the pickup truck has always been this survival, chest, I guess you could say it is, because this is just your basic, let's see, Sterilite. It's just your basic Sterilite tub with the movable handle. You guys can see it right over there. So it's got the two wheels on the back end. But I'm just going to take you kind of through the stuff that I've got in here. Now, keep in mind, this whole entire survival chest, I'm not going to unpack everything because you can see quite a few of the items that I've already got right here, and I'll do a close-up on the video here in a minute. But the other thing of it is just this, is that when I was setting up this whole entire thing, COVID was just starting. So I didn't know what was going to go down. And obviously I had set this up before I had, thought about the sling and thought about my backpack and all of that kind of stuff. So this was kind of the precursor to getting my rig set up, because this whole entire chest right here has a whole lot more food, has a whole lot more medical supplies in it, has a lot more clothing, has ways of making fires and having redundancies to the fires, making several shelters in here. I've also got like quite a handful of arrows right here, and etc., etc. So when I had made this, a lot of people would probably consider me a prepper. But the whole entire thing of it is that this whole entire chest gave me a peace of mind of, what was going to happen should anything really go down. Now, keep in mind, the truck itself is shelter as well. So there's many different ways that you can utilize this thing. In terms of like hiding out, my truck is pretty obvious, so you wouldn't be able to hide out too well in it, but you would definitely be able to do something about it. Bugs are just bugging me a little bit. So, what we obviously have right here, and I'm going to let this guy go by real quick. Guy on his mini bike making a whole lot of noise. So, either way, so I'm just gonna kind of go through and just like show you guys what I have in here. So obviously I've got a lot more stop bleeds in here, and then I've got like a whole bunch of clothes and makeshift shelters, ponchos, ways of making fire and tinder and all that kind of stuff. I actually do have, I don't know if you can tell right here, but I've got an axe right here. I've also got a handful of broadheads right here. So Gorilla Tape, I've got a pan, I got matches, silverware, tea lights, paracord, just about anything that you can think of is right here in this chest. Now, this whole entire system would obviously be at base camp. This is where I would keep my backpack. The whole entire thing would be, I got more or less the idea from the original Red Dawn from the 1980s, because you had Jedediah Smith, you had Jedediah and Maddie from the original 1980s. Jed came and picked up his friends and his little brother. They all jumped into the back of the truck and were just trying to get out of Dodge. And then they tried to grab all the supplies they could for staying in the mountains during this time frame. So when you really get down to it, I know what a lot of people are probably going to say when they see this video. How in the world are you going to be able to survive for an extended period of time anywhere with just only this stuff in here? Well, it has nothing to do with, surviving indefinitely. What you're trying to do, if possible, everything that I've got right in here, if I was trying to get somewhere where I knew it was going to be safe, this will definitely get me there. No problem whatsoever. By just keeping everything in the bed of the truck, I could easily just get to the truck and get out of here with a handful of firearms and get my family and get them to safety. But I can definitely tell you, having this all right here, this whole entire thing would actually be pretty self-sufficient. And also with the arrows and everything, you would be able to go out hunting and trying to survive or use those as weapons against the enemy if they happen to find out where you are, and be able to do it silently. And with these broadheads right here, so we'll go ahead and we'll just show you real quick. So you see these broadheads right here? Yeah. So from the whole entire size of the razor blade and the arrowhead itself, that will cut a 1-inch radius into whoever it goes into. Whether it's a deer, whether it's a human, they're going to have an inch-wide hole in them. And that is going to be pretty much a death sentence right there for whatever it hits. So, what I have right here was definitely something that I was just thinking more outside the box at the time. And then obviously I started thinking more about my Ready Rig system. So obviously no system is ever perfect, but having all of this is really going to help in the way of, having shelter, being able to make a fire, being able to, have a alternative means of, fighting back, AI the arrow, or i.e. the arrows, be able to have a change of clothes and all those kinds of things. You really underestimate how much you really need in civilization, or even living in the country, of how much you take this stuff for granted. And there's also, if I remember correctly, I think I have it in here, I've also got a shovel in here, a little folding shovel that can definitely do quite a bit of things with it. But I think I also have purification tablets in here. They're probably somewhere down deep. I know I've got these old MRE, where is it? Yeah, fuel tablets right here to be able to make a fire. So I know I've got quite a few of those. So yeah, everything that I've got right here would definitely help me to survive outside of civilization, wherever anything would go down. So now, obviously, the whole entire thing is that unfortunately my recurve bow that I did have in here, I accidentally left it out of the case. Had I kept it in the case, probably would have lasted. But unfortunately, the wood now, since it has gotten wet over a couple of years, the moisture, because this thing leaks, has made the arms bowed and twist. So I have to go out and get my hands on another bow, something that'll fit in here. But when worst comes to worst, I'm not worried about, like any kind of rule or regulation or anything like that. I'm just worried about survival, because as the old saying goes, as Greek, not Greek, well, either way, Cicero said it best himself: Inter arum enum silent legis. In times of war, the law falls silent. So Cicero knew that, and also I have a little hammer right here to be able to install some tent pegs if I need to. Cicero, when he said that, knew that, you know, when war is going down, no one's going to care about the law when it comes to stealing from your neighbors or having to do whatever you have to do in order to survive. So the way I look at it is just having this chest back here with all the stuff that I need to survive really comes in handy when you think about it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was entertaining, and you know, maybe I'll do a deeper dive into that chest and pull things out so you guys can see it. But when I do that, I'll probably start updating some stuff in there. So be on the lookout for a video about that maybe sometime down the road. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day. And remember, shoot straight and shoot safe. And hope for the best, plan for the worst. Have a good day.